Yeah, well, the Angry and Found is very hero, although I only review Eden Zero, even though I'm very late with that too. Well, that's what happens when you're not having that much will of it all. Very late chapter of Eden Zero, chapter 278. We're being reintroduced to some other characters that was also part of the Eden Zero, and they also got their memories back. But first, we're gonna talk about how to summon a chronophage, as Shiki talks with the crew of Eden Zero what they're going to do. As Hermito talks about that the chronophage is attracted to either someone who's traveled through time. Uh, but and since they have traveled through time, they are also connected to it. The only way to actually connect to the chronophage may actually be to use the powerful network, the B cube. It goes back to everything in the very beginning. The B cube was very popular inside the world, and in order to make the search wide as possible, they need to have help from B cubes who have a lot of use. So, uh, uh, so Rebecca calls in the emergency transmission to Labia, and it's my. But as soon as she does, after a while, the memories of everything comes flowing back to Labia, including the memories of making their amends. So even though she was arrogant at first, she immediately falls. And it's in that very short moment, even Couchpool gets back. And also remembers everything up until now. And so they reach out to the other beekeepers who are also very popular, who were in part of the kidnapping situations. Even Nico is there, and other faces that are not so familiar. So, and with that impressive view count, they will search for the chronophage. However, the alarm happens as the Eden's 1 crash into the Eden's 0. In actuality, the battle between them is still not over because of everything. As I've been complaining about a little while I don't mind the villains being taken out too soon, because after all, that's just how Hiro Mashima works. There has always been one thing bothering me. Where are the last 2 members of the Eden's 1? As the Eden Zero crash lands into a planet, so it is actually them who finally make their appearance. Yes, it is Lady Freya, the so-called strongest swords fighter in the universe, and Dead End Crow. So who ensnares the rest of the Eden's Zero androids. And no, so Dead End Cure. That is what I was going to say. So and he even ensnares Wise, who can also ensnare it. But the ones they haven't ensnared is Homura and the Ruford siblings. The Ruford siblings will handle Cure, while Homura will handle Freya. Well, I always knew that Freya was going to be Homura's opponent. After all, Homura is a potential sword fighter fighting the supposed best one of it all. But as I said, the matchup between the other ones, they felt a little bit off to me, to be honest. So in the end, this is actually the only matchup that makes sense. The Ruford siblings had a slight interaction with Dead and Crow in the previous universe, and as I said before, Lady Freya is a sword fighter that was actually meant for Homura in order to fully show that she had surpassed her teacher. So yeah, finally the last 2 Ration says members Galactica have shown themselves, and the last allies of the Eden's 1. The beecubers are now going to be used to find the chronophage, and that will attract everything else. The last villains are on set. The only ones that are still left now are maybe the Alliance of the Eurasian Galactica, and not the no Eurasian Interstellar. Sorry, but that's a story for another day. So yeah, well, some emotional scenes there with Lavia remembering it. She was still being jerkish when she saw Rebecca, but as soon as she saw that, the memories get back. So did Couch Bro. So give me a false if you have any.